Imagine this, a palace so vast you could drive for minutes and still not reach the other side, walls shimmering in gold, chandeliers hanging like frozen waterfalls of light, a place where every corner is soaked in wealth and every decision, no matter how big or small, comes from just one man. This is not a fantasy. It's not a movie scene. It's real. And it exists, not in London, not in Riyadh, not even in Dubai, but in a tiny, quiet nation in Southeast Asia called Brunei. And here's the twist. In a future driven by artificial intelligence, the kind of power the Sultan of Brunei holds today could one day belong to an AI. An intelligence not born of flesh and blood, but of code and control. But before we get there, let's step into the real world, a world that feels unreal. Welcome to Brunei, a country so small you can drive across it in just 2 hours, yet so rich it can outshine entire continents in wealth per person. Its ruler? Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah, a man who has sat on the throne since 1967, and now, after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, he is the longest reigning monarch alive today. The Sultan is not just the king, he is the Prime Minister, the Finance Minister, the Home Minister, all combined into one role, one person, one will. It's the kind of political power that in most countries would require decades of elections, coalitions, and legal battles. But here, it's inherited, and it's absolute. Now let's talk wealth. International sources estimate the Sultan's personal fortune at more than $30 billion, and that is the conservative number. The real figure? No one knows, and no one dares to ask. The source of this unimaginable fortune lies deep beneath Brunei's soil, in vast reserves of oil and gas. Every barrel of oil, every drop of gas, adds another zero to the Sultan's fortune. And unlike many rulers who keep their wealth discreet, the Sultan makes sure the world can see it. Let's start with his home, Istana Nurul Iman, the largest palace in the world, 3 times the size of the Palace of Versailles in Paris. It has 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms, a banquet hall that can seat 5,000 guests, a mosque under the same roof, a garage for 110 cars, air-conditioned stables for 200 polo horses, 5 swimming pools, and a golden dome made from 22-carat gold. The palace's floors, walls, and doors are decorated with marble and pure gold. There are over 550 gold chandeliers, 18 elevators, and a total floor space of over 2 million square feet. Some say this isn't a palace, it's a city. And to get around this massive structure, the royal family uses electric golf carts. But the extravagance doesn't stop at the palace doors. On the roads, the Sultan commands the largest private car collection in the world. 7,000 cars, including 600 Rolls-Royces, 450 Ferraris, and 3,880 Bentleys. The crown jewel? A 24-carat gold-plated Rolls-Royce silver spur, officially recorded as the most expensive car in the world. The estimated worth of his entire car collection? $5 billion. But the Sultan's kingdom doesn't end on land. In the skies, he owns a gold-plated Boeing 747-400 worth about $400 million, customized with crystal chandeliers, gold wash basins, and luxury interiors. An additional $20 million was spent just on making it unique. And yes, for his daughter's birthday, he once gifted her a private jet. In total, the Sultan owns 17 private aircraft, each as lavish as the palace they depart from. This is wealth on a scale most people can't even picture. But with wealth comes power, and in Brunei, that power is not shared. In 2019, the Sultan fully implemented Sharia law. Under this system, adultery and homosexuality are punishable by death, by stoning, theft, by amputation of the hand. These laws drew global criticism. Protests erupted outside the Sultan's luxury hotels in London and Paris. But inside Brunei, many citizens defended him, believing the laws have kept the nation peaceful and crime-free. Alcohol and pork are strictly banned. Smoking tobacco is illegal. Only government-appointed religious scholars can issue rulings. Mocking them is a punishable offence. All men must attend Friday prayers, and women are required to dress modestly, covering the entire body. Yet, for all the strictness, there are benefits. Healthcare and education are completely free. There is no income tax. And for many citizens, the Sultan is a figure of deep respect, seen as the people's Sultan. But power like this comes with shadows. The Sultan's name has been linked to multiple scandals, including accusations from former beauty queens. In the 1990s, his younger brother, Prince Geoffrey Bolkiah, was accused of misusing billions in royal funds on yachts, jets and cars, a scandal known as the Amadeo crisis. Eventually, the Sultan stripped his brother of authority and exiled him. Now let's pause here. Everything you've heard so far is about a man, a human being with human ambitions, human flaws, and human desires. But imagine if this kind of control belonged to something that wasn't human. An AI. An artificial intelligence that controls the economy, runs the government, decides the laws, punishes the guilty, and rewards the loyal. An AI ruler would never get tired, never grow old, never face elections. It would know everything about every citizen, your income, your habits, your movements, even your thoughts before you speak them. It could enforce laws instantly, manage resources with precision, eliminate corruption, or enforce it perfectly. Would that be better than a human ruler? Or worse? Brunei shows us what happens when one person has total control. History has shown absolute power doesn't just rule. It shapes nations, it changes lives, it rewrites futures. And if AI ever takes that role, the palace might not be made of marble and gold. It could be made of servers and code, invisible, but just as powerful. So what do you think? Would you rather be ruled by a human with limitless power or an AI programmed to run everything? The future isn't just coming, it's already here.